Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Author Justin, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on WWE Raw 25th of September 2017. We kick off the show with The Miz making his way to the ring with Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. We see photos at the end of the Intercontinental title match where The Miz retained. He then welcomes everyone to Miz TV, talks about how his unborn child will not be losing like Kurt Angle's child. Then he brings out Roman Reigns. He apologises for the crowd booing him and he says he likes it loud. Talking about the passing of the torch, he respects John Cena because he backed up all of his claims in the ring, unlike the idiot Miz. Miz is like, I'm the guy, you're not the guy. And then Roman says, Kurt and Bo go get a beverage because Miz couldn't beat him by himself. He then talked about what happened if the Shield was still around, we would beat the Shield. And he was like, yeah, we were the biggest group, you would never have any chance beating us. Roman's like he wants his title back, and then Roman's like, I'm up for a fight. Miz says he's not here to fight, he's wearing a suit. Miz says Maurice is at home waiting for him. Kurt Angle then makes his way out and says, you know what, you're going to tell Maurice you're going to be home late because you're going to be facing Roman Reigns and the Miz Charge will be facing Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan because Jeff Hardy's injured. Overall, that was a decent opening segment. I really did enjoy it. I liked the whole tension between it started nice and then the Miz just kind of took his digs. Roman didn't back down. He's like, the Shield are better. No, we're better. I'm the guy. Just overall, the chemistry was amazing in this. I just loved how the promo went. Absolutely fantastic. Then we go to our first match, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel versus Matt Hardy and Jason Jordan. Matt with a kick to Bo, followed by a twist of fate. It was a fairly decent match. I enjoyed it. Everyone looked decent enough. It is a shame that Jeff's injured, so it couldn't have been the Hardys versus them, but we're going to have to go with this. Maybe Jason Jordan can be with Matt Hardy for a little bit because he'll definitely benefit from that. Then we see the Universal title match from No Mercy. That was alright. It was same old, I've already seen it. Then Elias is in the ring. He wants to know who will walk with him. He said last night he walked right through Apollo Crews and tonight is the encore. He has a song for Apollo Crews and Titus Worldwide. So we have that match, Apollo Crews with Titus O'Neil versus Elias. Elias kicks Titus in the leg. Crews punches Elias before sending him back into the ring. Apollo checks on Titus. Elias with a kick and drift away for the 3 count. After the match, Elias kicks Titus, but Titus with a splash in the collar followed by punches. Elias escapes. Overall, I enjoyed this match. I mean, the actual wrestling was alright. I'm not really that much of a fan of Apollo Crews, to be honest, but the whole rivalry between Elias and Titus is really intriguing, actually. I like Titus O'Neil. I don't know why, but I like him, so this was decent. Seeing him like, oh yeah, I am maybe this manager person, but I can still wrestle, kind of thing, to remind us all, which was good. Then we go to Finn Balor in the interview. He's asked about Bray. He says he wants to thank Bray for taking him to a limit, making him do extraordinary things, getting the inner strength. He says hopefully this is humility for him, Goldust, and others that have been tormented. Next, he's gunning for the Universal title. Decent promo, like Finn's promos. It's not the same as always, but I just don't like his moveset, to be fair. But yeah, decent enough. Then Kurt Hawkins makes his way to the ring and says, this will be a night to remember. He's tired of being the guy with the 118 match losing streak. I swear only a few weeks ago it was 100. Are they making up numbers again? Maybe he's lost on a load of house shows, that might be why. He says, come on, someone come out, and then Braun Strowman makes his way to the ring. He immediately bolts from the ring. He tries to run through the crowd. Braun chases him up the ramp, whereas he's going through the crowd, puts him through a table, drags him on stage, and then just power slams him through the wall, like the electricity, the minitrons. Absolutely amazing. He gets on the mic, says he's on a path of destruction, he's not going to leave until someone gives him a real fight. Dean Ambrose comes out, looks at like Kurt Hawkins, goes, oh my god, yeah, why not? and walks down the ring. The match happens. Dean Ambrose closes on to Braun. Dean avoids a chokeslam. Dean moves from Braun charges in the corner. Shoulder first into it. Braun catches Dean when he goes for an elbow to the chest. Power slam for a 3 count. It was a decent match. I liked seeing it. It definitely showed that Dean he's still mental. Braun showed them amazing strength. I loved every bit of this whole segment. With the Kurt Hawkins as well was amazing. Then Kurt Angle tells a referee to watch the mischarge, and Enzo Amore enters his office. Kurt congratulates Enzo. Enzo says his victory is in celebration mood. What could be bigger than a something? Kurt says his win does not deserve a celebration. He wants to know why should he be denied a celebration. Kurt asks Enzo if he's the first champion, if this is the first championship. Enzo's like, yeah, and then he offers some Enzo advice, and he's just like, nah, I'm good. Walks out. Oh, I loved this cockiness of Enzo towards a Hall of Famer who he really should have taken the advice from. It was amazing. Then Dean Ambrose in the locker room is checking himself. Seth Rollins gives Dean some ice, tells him, then Seth tells him to stop being self-destructive. He says he has a match against Sheamus. You probably should have let me know that you were going to pick a fight with Braun. He said, it's like, Dean said you should be less predictable. Seth then tried to say something. Dean followed it up. And then he said, to try and guess this one, he said, I'm going to get a match against Braun Strowman next week. And then Seth said he's going to go make Sheamus and Cesaro look alike. Overall, it was a decent segment. Oh, yeah, as he was walking out the door, Dean went, oh, yeah, I know that match was a bad idea. I kind of figured that one out. So, yeah, overall, it's a bit character development for Dean Ambrose, kind of figuring out, maybe I shouldn't be so reckless. Maybe I should think about the team. Seth's like, okay, I'm going to be less predictable. So maybe the roles reversed a little bit. That would be cool. I like this segment anyway. It was decent enough. Alexa Bliss then makes her way to the ring. Talks about beating all the people last night. And then she moans at all the crowd for saying that none of them took a buzz around her. And they were all focused on, oh, Bayley. Oh, Sasha. Oh, Asuka. She said she cleaned out the women's division. Mickie James makes her way to the ring. She said you haven't beat me. She wants to know what you said on Raw Talk. Mickie then talked about Alexa brought up about how she respected Mickie, and then she said she was on her top 8 MySpace with Mickie and MySpace were relevant. It was just a back and forth kind of thing, and it ended up with Alexa saying Mickie is an old lady. Then she slaps Alexa and gives her a mick kick. It was an alright segment, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what's going on with that. Why is she suddenly trying to do it? Maybe it's because they've run out of women to have feuds with Alexa for the minute, because they threw 5 women in one match for no reason. But we'll have to see where we go with this. Then Seth Rollins versus Sheamus. Sheamus comes off the turnbuckle. Seth with a super kick, and then his apparently it's been called a V-trigger and knee. So yeah, decent match. I did really enjoy it. Then Finn is walking in the back. He sees Goldust, calls him Goldie. Goldust says it's Goldust. He says he's not a victim. He didn't ask for his help. He can do it himself. Finn then sincerely apologises and says, I didn't mean to insult you. And then Goldust says maybe Finn was right and he apologised. Then punches him, hot shots him on the guardrail, punches him, and then goes Godfather Part 2. Amazing. I really did love this segment. It was absolutely amazing. I liked it. Goldust being badass, Finn just looking really weak. I don't know. I just really enjoyed that segment. Then we see John Cena's Raw Talk moment where he mentioned about passing the torch. You don't pass it, someone takes it. It's now time for Roman Reigns to run with it. He thinks Roman Reigns can take it to the next level for WWE. So yeah, that was a decent segment. Then Roman Reigns versus The Miz. Miz tells Roman, calm down, they don't need to do this, they can walk away. Miz offers the hand. Roman shakes it and does not let go. To start the match, that was decent enough. Miz misses a punch, and then Roman with a punch to force Miz to the floor. That was the whole first segment. Then Skull Crushing finale, but Roman with the snap bear and a spear for the 3 count. Decent enough match. After the match, Axel and Dallas attack. He fights off all 3 men, hits Superman punch on Miz, sets up for a bomb, but Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel attack him with steel chairs. They all leave the ring, come back, Miz hits Roman with a steel chair. Skull Crushing finale on the steel chair. Miz hits Roman with the chair one more time. And then they do the Shield fist pose over him, which was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Really liked it. If this is going to lead to the Miz Taraj vs Shield and Survivor Series, I am completely up for that one. Then, because of what happened earlier, Finn Balor vs Goldust. Finn Balor with Sling Blade, running dropkick to the turnbuckle, coup de grace, 3 count. That's what I mean by I'm not that big a fan on his moves there, because it's like the 3 moves of doom, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying, but it was a decent enough match. After the match, Bray Wyatt's graphic flashed on the screen and he had children sing, "He's got the whole world in his hands." It was really creepy. Then we take a look back at the women's title match from No Mercy. Bayley is in the back holding the shoulder. They said it was everyone for themselves. Let's just forget about it. Focus on Emma and Nia. Yeah, it was decent enough. I enjoyed that segment. Kurt Angle then walks in the back. He's on the phone. Enzo stops him. He said people are jealous. He said he needs a no contact clause where if Neville or any other cruiserweight touches him, they'll fall for any time matches. Kurt tells Enzo he's got his request and he's annoying as hell. Decent segment. I enjoyed it. Then Nia Jax and Emma vs Sasha Banks Bayley. Bayley with a boot to Emma. Bayley with a leap over Emma. Comes off the turnbuckle. As she comes off the turnbuckle. Belly to belly suplex for the 3 count. Really decent match. Nia got taken out by both of them. That's how they had to get rid of her. And then Emma was just easy pickings. Decent enough match. Then we get to Enzo Amore celebration. He mentioned about how he spent his morning with a beautiful woman and all that kind of stuff. What was it? He mentioned about you can't wrestle chants was said to him, but it was said to John Cena, Batista, The Rock. In the end of the day, he really did it. In order to celebrate his greatness, he showed a certified G t-shirt and he said it needs to be put in the rafters. He said he did what was impossible for the cruiserweights and made 205 Live relevant. The theme song for 205 Live plays. He's like, what the hell is that? And the cruiserweights makes way out. Mentions all of them and takes a piss out of most of them, like Rich Swann, Cedric Alexander, Grandmaster League, Drew Gulak. Then Neville makes his way to the ring, out to the stage. Just takes a... What does he... just saying like you're toxic, you alienated everyone that you've ever come in contact with. Enzo said he repays them by putting eyes on 205 Live to make them stars. It's a really weird exchange. They continue to have more of an exchange. Then Neville makes his way into the ring. Enzo's like, I've got a no contact clause, so you'll never get your belt back. And then Enzo just continues to kick the shit out of him. And then he finally hits a red arrow after kicking the shit out of him, shoving the contract in his mouth, kicking in that kind of stuff. Hits a red arrow, then just kind of stands over him. Overall, that was a decent episode of Raw. I really did enjoy it, to be fair. Enzo got the main event spot on a Monday Night Raw for Cruiserweights, which was really good. That's what we need, more eyes on the product. And yeah, that was a decent enough Raw. Now, as always, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please support me on Patreon, link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.